And alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a bit more of La-Mulana. We made pretty good progress last time. I got a little bit of a notch in the correct directions, I think twice. But with those, we actually made really decent progress, it feels like anyways. We finally know how to learn or read ancient La-Mulanese, which makes it reasonably convenient that I ended up starting to screenshot where those locations are. Let me actually bring up my little sidebar. Although I will probably have to backtrack through all the areas anyways. So there's that. Plus, thinking about it, the four philosophers, it would not be too far-fetched to assume that four of them just opened up one path individually, and we only found like, what, two of them? I think it was two. I don't even know, actually. I know we found one in the Endless Corridor. That's one of the notches in the correct direction. Either way. Let's get back to this. Option, mask. Let's just choose mask 2. Might as well. And back into the game. Right, there was that dimensional card. Did I save? Did I save? Did I save after learning La-Mulanese? That would be really awkward if I didn't. Did I load the right file? Good question. Uh-oh. Not continue, no. Hang on. Load, so this is the furthest one here. Yep, this must be the file. Okay, to you, Ali. Welcome back. How are you doing? I did not mean to jump into that. Hang on. Let's see my inventory. Oh, I did not save. We don't have the final seal. Oh boy. Rip. I've done that before, actually. By accident not saving. So I will need to backtrack a few steps. The problem will be that I don't know how many and stuff. I guess one of the questions would be whether I already visited the philosopher in the dimensional corridor. Oh well. Let's just go back there. Might be a nice refresh on the memory and what we need to do. So I think the first thing we're going to do is just backtrack through the Endless Corridor. And hey Alrai, and greetings to you, Enzira, or Enzira. Welcome guys. Hope you're doing well. So one of the things that I learned is that there is now this thing over here open. Because we did talk with one of the philosophers. Let's actually see whether this is indeed open. It is, alrighty. So this is where we learned the final piece of the ancient La-Mulanese. I don't remember exactly. Oh, this was where the seal was. Installation software complete, that's nice. Opening of this thing here. Obtain Death Seal. This might actually just be the only thing that I needed to redo. Potentially, anyways. If only I knew. Alrighty, we got the Death Seal back. What did I do with the Death Seal so far? I don't think a whole lot. Yay, PC back! Through reinstallation. Welcome back, Lethlin. Welcome back. Oh, your PC was... I see. Welcome back to you then, Ali, with your new PC. Or redone, I guess. So yeah, I hope you're doing well. So, well, I guess we'll figure out whether there's anything else missing. I don't think anything else from the inventory is missing. Hopefully, anyways. I seem to have everything that I do remember having. The nice thing is that the tablets that I've discovered is just information that we can use. I may have to redo some things in... the Chamber of Birth. I don't seem... oh, I don't have the teleported Chamber of Birth anymore. Alright. So I'll need to redo this. But since I do know the solution to the puzzles now, it will be fine. Should be reasonably quick. I don't know whether this is the correct entrance or the other one. We'll see. I mean, it's a nice warm-up too. So at least the golem dudes are still wandering around, or wandering around again, depends on how you look at it. There was one tablet here already that I could now read, actually. That which continues without end. It is birth, it is death. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to make another set of screenshots labeled as ancient La-Mulanese. Actually, I guess it will be kind of difficult to label those. So I'm just going to call them ancient, continue without end, birth, death. Maybe that will be relevant, I don't know. La-Mulana, Mr. Yaga, riding low, hold the drama, shrine tough and tight, but Yaga making Llama go alright. Third rap sounds, I'm not good at that. And hey, Igabuff, I apparently forgot to save. That's pretty much what happened. Rip. That was a lot of damage. But the interesting thing about this game is basically once you know what you're doing, you don't technically lose a whole lot of progress if you think about it. Sure, it's a bit annoying, but nothing too terribly bad, realistically. Right, that's what this thing is. I think I went the wrong way, actually. Yeah, I went the wrong way. Alright, I need to enter this from the other place. That's okay. Prizu, Crapsake, welcome back. Welcome back to you as well, Igabuff. Yeah, we need to retrace a few steps. Nothing too terribly bad overall, though. So it'll be fine. So instead of the first thing that I do right now being getting to retrace my steps to the tablet, it's just getting back to what was up there again? I forget. I'll go and check. Instead of retracing my steps to the tablet, also that's number 2. Oh, I see. There's no pedestal to activate this thing anymore. Oh, did I already fail it now because of it? Probably. Oh well, too bad. I was about to say something and then got distracted. I apologize. Either way, we need to backtrack a few steps. Nothing too terribly bad. I think the other entrance is on the top left here. Oh, there was another one of those tablets. Ilsilvera. Rip, indeed. Hey, Ilsilvera, welcome back to you as well. Rip, indeed. That's a bit unfortunate, but oh well. Rosalie, who likes to play pranks. Yaxi, who seduces men. Dakini, who dances seductively. There's only one with a pure heart. So Rosalie is the one who plays pranks. Actually, this probably refers to the one thingies that we see in the Ruined Tower. Yaxi, who seduces men, is the one in the middle. Dakini, who dances seductively, is on the right side, and Rosalie would be on the left side, so the fairies play pranks, probably. But it's more than just one fairy. Although illusionists do like to play pranks, and fairies especially, so it does make sense. Not entirely sure what that helps me or what that tells me, but something to keep in mind. That's Ancient Tablet, Rosalie, Yaxi, Dakini, Prank, Seductive, Seduce, Pure Heart. Alright. Want to know what you got for it? Let me guess. Since this is an optional item, it is probably an upgrade to a whip. Or another weapon for that matter. I do know there is one more upgrade to a whip. I do remember seeing that at some point. Although I don't know whether the upgrade to the whip might just be a combination of software instead. I do think, however, that some people do more damage with the whip. It's one of those things that I do tend to just kind of know from somewhere. Not entirely sure whether that was also in the speedrun or maybe the casual playthrough I watched at some point. I don't actually remember much about that at all. Well, I guess right, it's an upgrade to it. Alrighty, fair enough. Hey Jean! Or Jen? Jenot? How do I pronounce your name again? I think I asked you that before. Sorry, I forgot. Welcome, how are you doing? Good day to you. I'm still curious whether I can get that chest over there. What does this tablet say? This is the land where life is born. Praise life and a large clay doll is born. A clay doll that protects the golden key. Probably not referring to this chest over there. Probably. It might. So... Oh, I see. I didn't solve this yet anymore. But since I know how to do this, it will not be difficult either. Oops. Rip. And we're just back here. That was not clever on my end. That's not where I need to go. So we visited 2 of the ancient tablets at this point, alright. Also, this is the Philosopher's Sign. They look different than this one, so I assume that's a different trigger. So, my assumption about whether some philosophers trigger specific ladders or passageways or something like that may hold true. At least that's my best guess right now. Okay, if you're hitting me there. I did not mean to go in here. Wait, did I miss the thing? No, I didn't. There it is. That's the entrance I wanted to take. I think that's faster if you know where you're going. If you know where you're going. I don't really. Oh, take care, Call4. Thank you for dropping by and have a pleasant day, sir. There we go. So there's a teleport here, and now we're there. So, okay. The solution to this puzzle here specifically is that it tells you at some point that Asura, or Ashura, is being defeated by a light disc. My first thought was actually this sub-weapon here too, And that face on the right there is Asra. You need to just boomerang it across. And then what do you do? Well, there's actually two things that you need to do in this area specifically. One is, first off, we go down here, where there's a bit of a progression. This ladder here got activated by me doing stuff. Was that the snake stuff I put in there? What is the hints to the snake stuff? That's one of those things I just randomly did and it worked for some reason, and I still don't really know why. Either way, we go over here and we finally get to the save point. And then we can do a few more things in this area specifically too, which does activate some more things. So what does this tablet say? They became human and prospered on this land. They cultivate strength and depart this land. Right. We've seen this basically. The tree of life is the source of all life. The Gleedolls become human. Which is pretty interesting in itself. Behold the Chamber of Birth. This is the place where all life comes to being. Okay. Actually safe. I should save frequently, because I might forget again. So then, we also know that I need to use the Cog of Soul to activate the statue on the right, starting to move. And then we use another Cog of Soul right up here, opening up the passage down there. And this opens up some more passageways. This leads us back up where we came from. And this activates this rock on the right to move left and right. Hitting this does something. And I actually have no idea what it does. It might be that it does something to the room on the left of this one, but I don't know where the room on the left of this one is. So that's kind of a difficulty. At least it's less annoying than swimming up the water. Oh, getting there? Yeah, I guess so. Either way, now this is done. We actually teleport back to the Chamber of Birth. There is an easy way going back to the previous area by falling down there. I wonder if the second playthrough of this game would be interesting to me, because being able to do and explain all those little interesting puzzles might be something intriguing by itself. I didn't forget, I joined the Discord, Yume. Greetings to you, hope you're doing well. So, there's a ladder now here. But I don't think that does anything. At least not for now. Oh, this might be to the left of the other place. Oh, this... Oh, whoops, I did not mean to do that. Okay, get back there. This is to the left of that other place. I hit that thing through the wall here. I wonder whether I can hit the other wall now there too, up here. Because I can't seem to hit any walls from here. Maybe it's a sequence of wall breaks. Maybe it's putting a bomb there. Hang on. Give me a second. No. Just a thought, I guess. Either way, that explains why that thing is suddenly open. I still don't know what to do with it. It just saw no reaction. Oh, sorry, yeah, I guess. I should have written something. I'm really easily distracted by things. Sorry about that. So I just joined the Discord and looked around a little bit, but didn't really say anything, I guess. So, alrighty. Now, the next step was actually... that took me a while. It's kind of the easy way to put it. That took me a while to figure out what to do next. And the way I figured out what to do next is I looked around in this room and suddenly saw this little swirl here. There's a very faint wishy-wash, which indicates a teleport, kind of like the teleport over here that we came from too. And that means we could go through here. That's basically literally just before Kolthor gave me the hint about that I am in the exact right spot pretty much. Alrighty, we are almost back to where we were. The golden glow shall deflect thy faintly stretched light. There's 2 teleports at the bottom there. Have I ever been down there? I don't remember. Don't think so. Oh, I have. Never mind. You get through the wall here. Oh, no, I haven't. And either way, we can now go over here. Which brings us here, where I have not figured out what to do. I tried the Dance of Life and stuff like that. Nothing really happened. Within the large wall, Palenque sleeps. The golden key in hand, challenge Palenque. So we need the golden key in order to challenge Palenque. Hitting this wall here actually zaps you, so don't hit that wall. Well, yeah, but I did forget to save. That's kind of the main thing that happened since last time. Now I'm kind of retracing my steps. The crystal skull suppresses Tiamat's power. It recalls the dimension in which Tiamat resides. I wonder whether you actually need to use the crystal skull during the Tiamat boss fight. That'll be interesting. So, and down here I haven't really managed to do anything else either. This does look a bit suspicious over. Dance in this place. Let's praise life. Wait, this is something I could not do before. I could not read this tablet before, could I? It tells me to dance in this place. Well, maybe that's exactly where I needed to dance. For the Dance of Life, I actually did correctly every time in this case. Just 3 left swings, 3 right swings, and then jump. Nice. I'm pretty sure this is a tablet that I could not read before. So this makes a lot more sense all of a sudden. And that means the golem upstairs should be alive now, probably. The gigantic golem, I mean. Well, we randomly solved an puzzle that I did not even necessarily think much about. I don't think there's anything on the left side of this screen here. At least nothing that I... Oh wait, there's another stone. I don't know whether I could read this before. The white opal represents joy, the meaning infused into the gemstone. I think I did write that down, but did I? I did not. Alright, let's screenshot this. Opal is joy. Alrighty, and I don't think there's a way for me to get up here outside of teleporting, so... We already made progress by retracing our steps. Well, I guess the retracing our steps specifically was by also learning the language first. And so I read, I think, 3 different ancient tablets so far. No, it was 2. Was it 2? 3? No, it was 3 actually. One I could immediately solve and didn't even bother screenshotting, because I already knew the answer to that. Because we tried it in so many places, so it kind of stuck in my head. Alrighty, let's go to the clay doll. How do I get to Gilgladal? I think it's back through here. I thought I already did it. I should have tried going the other way around first. Too late. It's so weird. You are so much faster knowing what you're doing. I guess it's not really weird, but actually, this is a kind of an interesting... I'm scared. This is kind of an interesting comparison to speedrunning. Once you know what you're doing and you have a plan, it's a lot faster. Are you okay there? Oh my goodness. This thing is fast. I have to hit the jewel, I guess. I appear to be only able to hit it once. That's a lot of damage. It just stumbled. What is this? So I want to hit it when it's jumping, preferably. I can arrange that. Because when it's not jumping, it doesn't do a whole lot. Oh boy, I'm going to die here. Oh wait, no, it just falls by itself, I think. Maybe. Ouch. It doesn't appear to go all the way to the left there, so I might be safe on the far left. Oh boy. Let me actually update the death counter. And Ultravolt, thank you. Ultravolt, thank you so much for 5 rounds in a row of support. Welcome back to you. And well, I'm glad you enjoy your stay. Thank you. That's really nice of you. Hope you're doing well. Bad Golem, indeed. Bad Skeleton. Okay, that's not it. I wonder what the purpose of this is. Maybe a bomb here? No. Alright, let's go back. I was just curious whether I would be able to immediately solve this one. There might be more to it, for that matter. It's kind of interesting that you hit the thing from off-screen through the wall, basically, to open it, which is probably the intended solution. But then again, I don't really have a concept of how the rest of this would get unlocked. Well, that's alright. I just wanted to say that, it cost me every time quite a few weights to get back here. Not really. I actually regained them because I died. So whatever. I'm just curious whether... Okay, I can... Oh, that still hits me if he turns around. So I do want to hit him while he's jumping. He's really fast. Can he actually get below here? Oh yeah, that answers that question. Ow. No! The disc hit the thing behind it. I know the discs do a lot of damage, so I should probably try and take advantage of that. And also probably axe it instead. Did I update my death counter? I'm sorry. I'm a dummy. I'm sorry I didn't pay attention. I feel like there has to be a good way of dealing with that golem. Actually, now that I think about it, that's not necessarily true. Because this is La-Mulana. Might just be a random wiggle fest until we get it done. Oh my goodness. I don't wanna go down there. Go away. I feel safe up here, so I have no idea what this thing is all about anyways. Come back up here. I'm not coming down. This thing is so fast. How are you even supposed to react to that? I love that when you hit it, when it's jumping, it just stumbles. It's kind of fun, actually. Ah! Don't come up here! Stay down. It doesn't appear to go all the way into the corner, but I think its hand still extends far enough to actually hit me. Most likely anyways. I want to actually be higher up here. The time freeze lamp? I guess that would be actually a really good idea. We have very easy access to doing that. I need to basically hit it when it's in a up spot like this one. Yeah, time freeze lamp is probably the answer to a lot of bosses. It appears. Good suggestion. Obtain the pochette key? That does not look like a key. But a pochette key? A key that can activate an ancient machine. Use it with the item button to insert the key. Well, we have the golden key now. It really doesn't look like much of a key, but well. Frankly, I feel like the solution to a lot of those... Oh, the door opened on the right side too. To a lot of those fights and bosses is to just use that... Oh, that's where I land now. Where are we exactly? Don't exactly know. But first, our operation is... We're going back to regain health here. Interesting. This thing's face makes it look like it's horrified by being alive. Possible. But yeah, the Lamp of Time might be just a solution to everything, as long as it works. It's interesting. Might as well go... Actually, I will probably refill it up somewhere along the way anyway, so I'm not going to be too worried about that. But we have the key now. We can go and activate it. Should we just follow that trail? Sure, why not? Means we go into this Chamber of Extinction. I believe it's right above here, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's not. I am mistaken. Where was the depiction of the thing? Rude hand. Very rude hand. The left is the... No, not quite entrance, so it could still be further over there. Although that was the arena of the previous boss fight. Oh, also refill spot. As I expected, I will walk past the refill spot anyways at some... There it is, actually. Alrighty, we activate the machine. So something happened on the right. So I don't know whether this is direct on the right, and I would have to enter from the other direction now, or how that works, but we'll see. We'll see very soon. Isn't it curious that we start in the Chamber of Extinction, and then eventually, way later, we get to the Chamber of Birth. And I'm pretty sure that golden key is useful in various other places too. So I'll need to find where exactly that might be. I just realized this is another easy entrance to the Shrine of the Mother. I need one. Oh, there's another tablet here that I have yet to read, I guess. Healing Fairy is fine. I'll need to retrace my steps for the other tablets. The joyful heart is pearly white, the eloquent heart is black, the sincere heart is purple, the blissful heart is something, pure heart is white, the passionate heart is red, the affectionate heart is something, every heart has a color. Okay, this might be referring to the puzzle that I accidentally didn't solve because I apparently activated it initially. That's alright. I actually would still like to solve that somehow, sometime, but we'll see. So, ancient, joyful, eloquent, sincere, blissful, pure, passionate. Actually, we also know about the pure and passionate stuff, and affectionate. And then also heart color. Okay. I assume this is not going to be relevant anymore for a while. Or at all. But hey, you never know. Maybe it might be relevant some further way down the line. That thing did a lot of damage. This is not where I wanted to go. Wait, I just came back here. Right, that doesn't help. So I need to actually enter from a different side. Here, this is where we come in from above. Because something happened. It might be on the other side, in Chamber of Birth instead, for all I know. But we'll see. Nothing here. Oh, there's another one of those things that I can read now. That's nice. I can't go there for here. I need to go down first. Thank you for keeping me healthy, Fairy. Really appreciate that. What was in here again? Just a shop. Speaking of shops, we know where the... or what the other shop is about. There are two angel shield. Shining golden. in this world. One lies in the twisted world, one can be found within a deception. We do know something about me having to have a glow in order to survive or something like that. And considering that the angel shield seemed to be shining gold, maybe that's the glow that we would need. One lies in the twisted world, which I don't know which one that actually might be. But one can be found within deception, which probably refers to the Gate of Illusion. So that's another ancient tablet that we can now read. Going to order that in Ancient Angel Shield. Shining golden. Twisted the world. And within Deception. The question would be whether there are two separate ones that I need both, or whether... Don't actually answer that, by the way. As usual, I'm just thinking out loud. The question would be whether I need to have both, or whether it's fine if I just get one in the end. Where are we here anyways? Okay, that's that part. How did I get over to the left? Does anyone remember? Oh, okay, there it is. This is the Ankh spot. We still need the Ankh, which presumably we get from the Chamber of Birth. So this is what happened here, essentially. So, we found another boss. This should be Palenque, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that's Palenque. This actually is quite a backtrack to get here. Huh. So, which means since here is the Ankh, we need to find the red crystal, the Chamber of Birth somehow, somewhere. Which that will be difficult, I guess. Either way, let me actually figure out which one of the tablets talked about the golden key. I think that's... thing. This is the land where life is born. Praise life and the large clay doll is born. A clay doll that protects the golden key. Okay, we did that. That is basically marked as checked on our list. That is the thing that I just got. The golden glow shall deflect the thinly stretched light. So the golden glow is kind of what I assume might be the angel shield. Who knows? So, Nemo, the Great Mother, Skanda, a large clay doll. The one who holds the golden key which soars through the skies. I wonder if I will be able to get up there finally above the village. After defeating Palenque, that is. Once again, I'm just thinking out loud. A large crucifix lies beneath the land. Beyond the guard of God destruction, this large crucifix shall summon Palenque. Okay, we have found this one now. Just need to find the counterpart. The Great Mother slumbers at the center of this world. Leave the Dragonborn to rest there, we did that. Maybe I should delete the ones that are solved at this point. That'd actually be a good idea. I'll do that next time I watch through those. This is where Mother lays to rest. The red ruby means passion, the probably blue sapphire signifies affection. So basically we can relay those traits, passion and affection, to specific gemstones. So it most likely refers to the scale, but we will still need to put numbers on them or something like that. Because it's a scale. How do you weigh something? Scratch Dragon, thank you for the host, I appreciate that. Welcome everybody. Hope you're doing well. Torsion emits countless beam of lights. Those without a white shimmer will not survive. This might actually refer to the angel shields, I guess. The spolder of the weapon-wielding goddess is hidden beyond the goddess' gaze. Make thy way where there with the small keen hand. Small keen hand. The spolder of a weapon-wielding goddess. Oh, I may have an idea where this is. The Tower of Ruin, I think, is the one below here. To the left, just below. No, don't go that far. Oh, thank you. I'm actually really glad that enemy is there. He keeps helping me when I accidentally fall too far, basically. Yes. Make your way there with a golden key. I have a golden key now. Well, she doesn't really wield a weapon, though. This is the Jar of Life or something like that. Okay, that's not here. We did just read about this one here. Probably. I still don't know what to do with them though. There might be some further related to this. Okay. The spolder of a weapon-wielding goddess. Of the weapon-wielding goddess. It is hidden beyond the goddess's gaze. Make thy way there with a small key in hand. I don't know what that means. The weapon-wielding goddess is one of... Well, the first thought I had was the statue that had the sword in hand on the left side of the Tower of Goddess, where I get over here. But... this doesn't really help me at all. Probably? Maybe. Like, where would I even use a key? Oh, there's a... Holy cow. Oh my god. Azinity! Thank you so much for the 10,000 bits. I think you scared the rabbit away by making the bits come to life, but that's crazy. Holy smokes. Thank you so much for generous bits. That's really nice of you. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Found more rabbits chewing on these. That's really, really nice. Thank you. Well then, I hope you're doing well. Greetings to you. Let's see. This is another one of those ancient tablets that I could not read before. Wisdom is buried within the wall. Hold high the emblem of proof before the palace guarded by Hell's gatekeeper. Glowing letters will shine through the darkness. The wisdom is in fact the virtual wise man. The keeper of the mantra. The virtual wise man? You mean my laptop? The wisdom is buried within the wall. Is buried within the wall. Let me actually screenshot this and put it down. Ancient tablet, wisdom in wall, emblem of proof, else gatekeeper, glowing letters in dark. Virtual wise man mantra. That's a really, really cryptic one. Not sure what to make of it for now. Rabbit wants more bit. I mean, there were just a lot of bits there. There might be more where that host came from, but maybe not for now with Rabbit. Maybe not for now. So, a poor fairy. Alright. Bonk. How did I get over there? I would like to get to that tablet too. Is there anything else here? Not for now. I forgot where the teleport over to the right side was. I don't think there's a teleport here. You always find the munching on them. I mean, apparently they're really tasty. I'll blame them. Maybe there's a teleport? There we go, alright. Hey, that's the golem thing here. That's what I've been thinking of before. A great treasure lies within this land. The device that creates life. We, the 7 children, were born from it. Then we departed for the sake of the mother stream. The clay golems became human. And it says it's the 7th generation. Does that mean the elder, the Cellput, is actually basically a golem? Which would explain his superpowers. The device that creates life. In a sense, we already solved this one. Probably. I'm still going to put it down as an ancient tablet. Device that creates life. 7th generation. I don't think this is any more relevant for now. You can see even the cog of life in the middle. I wonder whether I'm supposed to use the cog of life on those thingies. And so shiny. They are shiny indeed, too. Actually, I wonder... The previous enemies always seem to eventually crumble and you would be able to hit them if you hit their shield for long enough. Never tried that for that long on the turtles. There's another one of those thingies. Also... Save again. 11 children guard Tiamat's room. There, the Holy Grail is rendered powerless. Oh, that's referring to the dimensional corridor. So that means I have to defeat all 11 enemies in order to get to Tiamat's room. But I will still need to get the Ankh before I get there, probably. But this is definitely a thing. So, Tiamat's room, 11 children. I'm just going to write dimensional corridor in there. Rather than say, the Holy Grail is rendered useless there. I know, I know. Also, there's a beam of light. I wonder whether I would need to bring the thing there. Probably not. Ouch. I know there was none on the bottom left. Let's just backtrace here. Oh, this is where the maintenance area was still here. Oh, actually no. This is where we get back to the lower level. I'm still weirded out by this door here. But apparently it's just decoration. Also, those chests here are mostly just traps and decoration in a sense. I'm not too worried about those for now. For some reason I didn't think that enemy would actually hit me there. Not entirely sure where that idea came from. So I think this is pretty much everything there is for now in those areas. I'm not going to worry too much about progressing through here. That's the very beginning that I have yet to get back to. I don't remember how I get back there though. I know this is a part where we can go. Oh, I did it wrong there. Oops. Rude. Took a wrong turn. Here, this is where I need to go down. And then we go to right from here. This is how you originally get over here. Was there a tablet up here? No, there was not. Good to know. Which means I'm just going to go back somehow. How, I have no clue. Wait, I remember. Here to the right. This is where the exit is that I originally wanted to avoid, but right now I actually want to go to. There's one of those Ankh thingies. Okay, and here we are basically back to that place. Nothing too fancy. Oh! Nice. There we go. Oh! Oh! This is definitely for that whip treasure that I can no longer get but still want to solve. The joyful heart is 20, the eloquent heart is 44, the sincere heart is 50, the blissful heart is 63, the pure heart is 70, the passionate heart is 81, the affectionate heart is 99. Every heart has a weight, which means I would need to associate all the hearts with a weight, and then through the hearts we associate a gemstone to the heart, which then subsequently would mean we would want to do that too. Alright. I mean, in a sense, I kind of already know how to solve this puzzle here, but I kind of still want to do it. Plus, I still cannot get it anymore. Unless there's some way to reset all the puzzles, which probably is just New Game Plus anyways. So joyful is 20. I will need to know the gemstone that's associated with it. Eloquent is 44, and I will need to be able to... Sincere is 50. I will need to weigh all of those properly. Blissful is 63. Pure is 70. Passionate is 81. And the effect... Oh, I just realized something. Affectionate is 99. I just realized a thing, guys. And that would be that we have a thing that I've been wondering about since a while. Like, it actually technically was either spoiled for me or the person that said it might have made a lucky guess. But this thing over here is indeed an actual scale. And since we do know now how to read numbers in La-Mulanese, this is Lamisa's weight. And I do know that the scales are affected by Lamisa's weight, which only makes sense that we need to actually add his weight to it too. So I'll just need to figure out the numbers of this thing. Where did I have the... Did I even make a screenshot of the thing without the translation thingy? It does not look like it. Okay, so I need to make a screenshot of this thing here for now. Then we take those numbers. So, then we take those thingies, or numbers, whatever you want to call them. And we're going to figure out what they exactly mean real quick. I'm pretty sure those are numbers. Because, well, as I said, either the person who said it at some point made a lucky guess, because, oh, it looks like a scale, because it counts up like one. I mean, it's not that far-fetched. Or they just knew it. So, hang on, I need to actually briefly unequip this. So this is 1, 2, 3. Actually, we know there's a 1. The second number is a 1. And the first number is this thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 61. So Lamisa is only 61 kilogram, despite the anchor in his pocket. Okay, Lamisa is 61. Okay, and if we want to balance those weights, we will need to do a bit of math. So, what I'm going to do is a bit of a weird one right now. I'm going to sit here because I like the music, and then just figure this out. Would you like to know something vague about the weight puzzle that does not itself help you solving it? I mean, let me try to figure it out with those numbers for now. So, first of all, I'm going to... How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, it's the easiest guess is that there's 4 left and 4 on the right. So I'm just going to make a thing where I have a little spreadsheet equals sum of these 4 fields above, and then the other one is a spreadsheet of the sum of these 4 above. I know you can't see it. So, put the 20 on the left, put the 44 on the right, put the 50 on the left, put the 63 on the right, put the 70 on the left, put the 81 on the right, put the 99 on the left, and put the 61 on the right. So, I'm 10 off in order to balance this. It has nothing to do with the solution. I mean, it has nothing to do with the solution? Sure, go ahead, Circle. I know that I can't get the thing anymore anyways right now, since apparently activating it just once and not necessarily failing it means I can no longer get it. So, I think that's alright. So, I need to bring 10 from the left, from the right to the left. We have 239 versus 249, which also means actually I should just kind of count up the entirety of the numbers and see what is the total, and then divide it by 2. 488 divided by 2 is 244. So my goal is to reach 244 on one side, and the other side will automatically balance itself. Contrary to what the chat said yesterday, there's a way to reset it according to the wiki. Interesting, though for obvious reason you'll not get into details. That makes sense. Interesting, so it might not be a lost cause anyway. I just want to solve it. I like number puzzles sometimes. I would not want to do number puzzles all the time, but sometimes it's just kind of fun. Actually, let me try a thing real quick, guys. Let me try a thing. That way you can actually have something of it too. So, Careful to anyone who is watching this in the dark, because I'm going to put a pretty bright spreadsheet onto the screen. You know what, I can actually make that easier on your eyes anyways, if I just have the background being black and the color of the thing is being white. Exactly what I want. So, there we go. Okay, you can see the thing now that I'm doing. So those were the eloquent. On the left side I kind of had the plan to put the hearts in there, which we still don't know which ones are the gemstones, but for the most part we should be able to figure them out based on the puzzle thingies I have. So for now I want to actually balance the numbers. As I said, I need 244 on each side in order to balance this. So here we have 3 and 3. Let me border white bottom. There we go. So I need to basically balance those numbers here. That's kind of the idea. Do I know the game Two Digits? If you like those kind of number games, this might be something for you. No, I do not know that one. But as I said, I couldn't do all those number games all the time, but once in a while they're fun for me. So, I need to bring this down by 5. What is a 5? Or a difference of 5 that we can take from one side to the other. So 20 or 44, that's way too high. 44 to 50 is 6, that doesn't quite work. This is 13. This is 2 right here. This would be 11. Okay, that doesn't quite work. I would need to readjust the entire scale. So which one of those numbers combined does equal to 244? Once again, I technically only really need to solve one of the sides and the other one will solve itself. So what I did initially is just put one on the left, put one on the right, put one left, put one right, but let's put one on the left, 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Let's go for 63 and 70, and then we go for 81 here instead. We need 10 more. We have a 99 that we could replace something with. Then we need less. We could put a 70 here. Oh, wait, that was 20. We need less, I said. We need still 6, 7, 8 less. We don't have an 8. Well, I guess if I actually put this in order, we would have it. I'm going to see you, Looney Cloud. You got the solution? Nice. No, I'm just going to randomly rearrange the numbers until I have a number that fits. So we could put 81 here, and then we put a 70 here. We already have a 70, so that actually does not work. Never mind. What about 81? We already have that. So maybe the 20 is kind of difficult to balance. We may need the 99 in order to have the 20 as well. 44. Oh, there we go. This kind of randomly worked out. So we have 20, 44. The first two would be on the left side. Do I have a... here. Then 81, 99. In this case we need 50, 61, 63 and 70. Alrighty, we basically solved that part. Now we just need to associate the hearts with their traits, to say the least. So, a red ruby means passion. So this is a ruby, a red ruby specifically. Then we have the question mark sapphire. Signifies affection. We don't know which color the sapphire is for that matter. Sapphires traditionally are blue, but we don't actually know that here. Because they don't have to be blue, by the way. Just in case you're curious. There we go. Black onyx means eloquence. So that's a black onyx. Then we have a purple amethyst, indicates sincerity. They appear to be in order of appearance. Where's the last one? Red ruby means I'm back here. Oh. I'm still missing quite a few of those things. Let's put it this way, if we have just a joyful one, if we know the joyful one at this point, we would already be potentially able to solve this puzzle. Where did I... Didn't we just earlier have another one? I thought I saved it, but maybe I didn't. Does anyone remember where the tablet was that I just recently found for the colors and stuff? Actually, that was the black onyx and purple amethyst, wasn't it? Oh well, I guess that's it for now in this case. Oh, I just realized you actually can't see the far left side, sorry about that. So yeah, we kind of have an idea on how to solve this, but for now, let's continue. Number of combinations for 4 as the last digit are limited, so that's the easiest way. Oh, that's a really good point on how to approach that, Quadlight. I didn't even think about that. Might be next time. The easiest way to solve this would be probably be using the last digits, since so many of them are zeros and others turn others sum to 4 very easily. Right, yeah. That makes a lot of sense in hindsight. Okay. What do we do now? What was my last thing? I wanted to try and find the crucifix? What do you call that thing? On the front side, but oh well. Either way, now I need to retrace my steps and find all those tablets. I do have actually locations marked as to where specific tablets are that I could take a look at right now, but since I know those are not all of them, I'm kind of inclined to just travel back through the areas again. This also has a chance of me finding the other spots where the philosophers may have opened up the passage. So that might be just more than one thing that we can find this time around. And we even have an idea on what to look for, so that's kind of a plus. What was in here? This guy gave me an idea. Right. We already know that stuff. So convenient, I don't need to worry about bats anymore. But they're still there. An ancient Mayan airship resembles the ruins of the Olmec civilization in Mexico. A decorated flute also looks like a man riding an airship. A decorated flute? Oh. We do have a flute now. The mechanical god resembles the mural discovered in the La Venta ruins of Olmec civilization Mexico. Looks like a human riding a dragon-shaped machine. Alrighty. Oh, that was the boss arena. I actually forgot about this thing even existing, honestly. Do I jump down here? I don't think I do. I can't get from the left to the right, but not the other way around. Interesting thing about this game is, in a weird kind of way, it's a lot like I Wanna Be the Boshi. And the way it is, like I Wanna Be the Boshi, is that you play this game so much, you have so much practice in tracing and retracing and backtracing and getting through different places that you end up having a really good idea on where you are and where to go, for that matter. So a second playthrough would be significantly faster, even though you probably will not remember everything. So we are Temple of the Sun here. We know where the shop is. With the death seal we can now open it, but that doesn't seem terribly useful right now. The monsters there are probably going to get relevant sometime. Or become relevant, I guess. I can get from the right to the left, but the other way around is a bit more difficult. Anything here? Nothing of note. Hey Newster, welcome. How are you doing? I don't think there was any tablet over there on the left. Yeah, opening up the thing with the death seal is a thing now that we could do, but I know it's a shop. Whatever. So that's that. Down there we can go into the Twin Labyrinth if I want to, but I'm just going to go in order at this point. Going back to the Golem. I wish I realized earlier how important it is to scan things in the background in order to know names and stuff of various deities and such. That would have probably made me a bit more aware of things. There's most likely nothing on the left, but just going to double check anyways. Alright. And also to my knowledge there's nothing I can do in order to get through here. This thing still saps me if I hit it. Yeah, nothing I can do with that. I'm actually just curious at this point. No. It still sounds like you can destroy it, but you cannot. So we get back to the weight scale. Bomb it. I guess I could have tried to bomb it, but it's highly unlikely to work. But that's fair. Would have been a good idea. Would be silly if it works, but you know me, explosions. I guess so. Nazca lines. Series of ancient geoglyphs located in the Nazca Desert of Peru. This mural resembles one of those geoglyphs said to be found of a hand. Okay, so far, Mausoleum of Giants has been a whole lot of nothing. Alrighty, a whole lot of nothing indeed. Oh! Oh, I can read those things now, can I? No. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to mark those locations. Those are even more cryptic things that I cannot read. So, what do I call those now? Weird tablets. 1. I know there's more in the other corridor. I did turn off the translator. I'm a dummy. Thank you. I forgot. Thank you. Oh, alrighty. Never mind then. Alrighty. I need to... That's kind of embarrassing. MS Paint. Here we go. Chant these words. The name of the child of the god who doth defy Tiamat. The name of the root of all suffering. The one that brought the 11 demons upon us. Marduk. Marduk? I still call it Weird Tablet number 1. Marduk. Defy Tiamat. 11 demons. The 11 demons most likely refers to the dimensional corridor. Recorded new mantra of Marduk. Wait, what? How do I record those? How do I use those? No, those are the mantras. Wait. Do I need to defeat the demons in that area in a specific order? Which what was right? They are right pretty often actually. Marduk was that weird fairy, right? The weird fairy? Which one do you mean, General Mars? Oh, yeah, I think you're thinking of Mulbrook rather than Marduk. Slight difference. Mulbrook is, I guess, a weird fairy. And I can promise you it's not a Marduk. It's alright. I like when people think along. Once again, anyone who does not know the game or its solutions for that matter, you are welcome to puzzle along and think along. Because I'm really horrible with names. Or, for that matter, remembering what's there. What's up there again? I forget. I actually forgot what's up there. Wait, where do I want to go? Oh right, that was the Shrine of the Mother area thingy. Someone called Greenpeace save the flowers. Nah, that would be silly. Wonder if I should go for a key fairy. Nah, just go for a healing fairy. Okay. Okay, nothing interesting in this lore. That mail even works on environmental objects to only take half the damage. Convenient. The fairy will just heal me through, he'll be fine. And also clever damage boost of this area. Let's see, on the right here we have... Oh no, fairy, come back! Oh well, we'll soon get the experience level up anyways. Nothing here. Just double checking it. That Meat Boy corridor. So that's the last part. This is where we enter the Shrine of the Mother. Which, if I remember correctly, we do actually have things to do now here. I don't remember what I had to do here, but there were things I could do now, I think. There's still that... Oh, right, we have the death seal now. This thing, we can now activate the final seal. And we get a sacred orb for it. It's been a really long time since last time I got a sacred orb. I still don't know what the pedestal on the bottom left is. So, let's see. This area here kind of wraps around from the other side. There's a decent chance that I have to come from that other side. So that means maybe here, now that we can get through here, there's something down there. Or not. Was a nice idea, I guess, but no, this is not how you get to that thing. So what else? To this place. I don't know whether this one is supposed to be under here or this one. Probably this one, if I were to guess. But I would need to enter that from a different angle if I want to see whether the ceiling of those rooms might be what is useful. Oh boy. This is the third philosopher seal. Oh, what is this? Wait, we just... One of the other tablets said something about basically a laptop. Who is it that reads this? Is it my son? I could only hope so. I have come this far, but the four philosophers did not choose me. I wasn't up to the task. I could not awaken the mother. I am too old. Whoever is reading this, I pass the torch to you. The hidden treasure, the origin of life itself, lies here. Oh yeah, and remember to turn off the power off when you've finished reading. So it lies here. PC. Where was that thing that I just recently recorded? It was one of the ancient tablets. Oh wait, I think I see what is happening here. Ah, there we go, that's what happened. Basically, I needed to refresh my Windows picture viewing thingy. It did not actually recognize that there were more pictures now in the directory than before. This is also why I didn't find the color thingy before. Which means... Let me actually update the color thing now real quick, that I have this thing now on the side. The color thing is for the scale, before we get to this mini puzzle here. Here. So, the joyful heart is pearly white. So, the pearly white is a joyful heart. The eloquent heart is black. We actually know that one already. The sincere heart is purple. We know that. The blissful heart is... question mark, question mark. We don't know this one. Because it's basically... like, you can't read it, basically. The pure heart is white. And the passionate heart is red. And the affectionate heart is question mark, question mark, question mark. Every heart has a color. It never mentions the blissful heart. But with this we can actually pretty much solve it, assuming that the sapphire is indeed blue. We should be able to solve it just based on this information we have. So too bad I already activated it. Alrighty, back to where we are right now. One of the ancient tablets says something about this device here, if I'm not mistaken. Wisdom is buried within the wall. Hold high the emblem of proof before the palace guarded by the Hell's Gatekeeper. Glowing letters will shine through the darkness. The wisdom is, in fact, the virtual wise man, the keeper of the mantra. The keeper of the mantra. I paused it. The hidden treasure, the origin of life itself, lies here. And this is the keeper of the mantra. Well, good thing I made a screenshot because we actually did turn off the device. So... hold high the emblem of proof before the palace guarded by the Hell's Gatekeeper. The emblem of proof? I guess that's not it. I don't know which one it is. Maybe we don't have it yet. But this is an interesting place indeed. I guess one of the big questions is whether I already have everything needed to solve this. Don't actually answer that yet. But for now, we found the third of the Philosopher's Ladders. I assume all of those are ladders at this point. So we are now on the shoulder area? Actually, no. That's the hip area. Okay, that's all the way on the side. There's nothing to read here, that's okay. This is where we originally came from. To the right of here is our other tablet. There's a ferry here. Wonder how relevant that is. This guy is really rude. So this is tablet where we know where we are. We'll hide the emblem of... I figured I need to defeat the 8 guardians first before we can tackle this guy. Yeah, probably. Have a nice day, sir. And... oh, there's one more. There we go. When this land awakens, a wall will appear here. This is the wall of your calling. Those who lend their power must use all their strength to open it. Okay, I'm not sure what that means exactly, but... ancient tablet. Land awakens. Entrance from the chamber of extinction. Okay. We've already traded through the Chamber of Extinction again, so I don't really expect to find anything here. So where should I go next? Maybe Spring in the Sky? We already checked the Temple of the Sun, so let's go Spring in the Sky in this case. I don't really expect to find anything here. That derpy looking crystal skull always gets you. It looks really derpy indeed. I was just wondering, there was water flowing from the side in, but oh well, just random water I guess. So there appears to be nothing here. I'm actually going to briefly go out here. We're at the surface. Wow, it automatically put me over there. That's okay. Oh, maybe that ladder is over here. But one of the philosophers might have opened up this one that I've been thinking of the entire time now already. I'm reasonably certain it's a ladder anyways. Here. There's a ladder down there. I know it. No, it's a ladder. Let's check the lower part of this. An anime fairy accompanying you? Yeah, basically temporary companions, also relevant for actually solving some quests. If you get the correct fairy, that is. Okay, that was everything here for now. Going to Infernal Cavern. Still curious, since you didn't read the question earlier, the mantra you got to the Endless Corridor, was that actually one of the locations where the mantra's tablet pointed? Oh, sorry, I didn't read that question indeed. Let me check real quick. And Ali says, saw on the wall from yesterday that you were wondering what those balls with arms and faces were. I think you called them creepy looking, at least. My first thought when I saw them was, that's Legion, a demon just remembering a line with it. We aren't Legion, we aren't many. In the Chamber of Extinction, I guess? I see. Greetings to you, I'm February, welcome, I hope you're doing well. And yeah, so just for reference, my mods don't actually know what is or is not a spoiler, so if it was not a spoiler, don't worry about it, it's just a short timeout to remove the message for now. Let's see, where were the mantras? The first mantra is in the corridor, the entrance to the never-ending corridor. Yes, Quadlight, it is. Maybe I just accidentally activated the first mantra first. That's an interesting thought. Good point. So that's how I'm supposed to find those mantras. Although there were 3 mantra stones in the dimensional corridor just side by side. So I'm mildly curious what that is about. I don't need... What's on the left here? Oh, on the left here was a puzzle. I'm pretty sure I don't need to worry about that puzzle for now. Yeah, no, nothing here. I was just curious. Didn't really try to go in that direction. I tried a lot of things with the ladder already. Or with that room specifically, trying to get to the ladder, but there didn't seem to be any definitive solution for that. So there might be a way, but I don't know it. Here's where I fought a boss in order to get this thing over here, which actually was an upgrade to my whip, which, interestingly enough, is also an optional item. So you could actually potentially, if you mess up both of the puzzles, run around without any whip upgrades at all. Alrighty. Where did the fairy disappear? It only lasts a certain amount of time. Until, oops, sorry. Until it disappears, so you have limited time in order to do stuff with the fairy. The red fairy heals me, the blue fairy actually helps in combat by using sub-weapons I currently have equipped. The green fairy is multiplying the amount of items I pick up, or drop for that matter, maybe both. And the yellow fairy is opening some treasures and stuff. So let's actually see, where was the second mantra? The second mantra is at the foot of the twins, at the tip of the feet that connect the two. I really wonder whether I need to go in order for those. The foot of the twins, at the tip of the feet that connect the two. Where could that be? Curious enough, we are actually just at the endless or the twin corridor. The tip of the feet that connect the two. So it's probably somewhere in here. By the way, there's another fairy here. I can tell which fairy it is going to be. This is another healing fairy. I don't need that right now. And this is, I think, the key fairy, yeah. I'm just going to randomly take a key fairy with me. I don't think it will unlock anything, but who knows. Rude. Stop. So I guess I'm just walking through the endless corridor, all the way through the bottom, then all the way back to the left. Maybe I should have explored the left side first. A bit late for that now. Nothing here so far. My first thought was that the entire area represents the twins and this would be the tip of the toe, but apparently not. No! By the way, if you see the fairy go somewhere and I don't notice it and just keep moving, feel free to tell me. Actually, if you know it's going somewhere because there's a spot like that, don't tell me. But if you see it and you didn't know it beforehand, feel free to tell me that way around. I wanted to land on that. Derp. Everything could mean different things in this game, and to be honest, I guess, to an extent. Twin could mean a different things in that game, which is the interesting part. Oh, that's... yeah. I see what you mean now. It could. It definitely could. No! Rude. Fairy's gone. Bye, fairy. Oh hey, there's an Unctual right there that we can grab. Wonder why I missed that so far. Stop! Oh, it's because it's bats. Surprise, bats! So where are we here? Did I wrap around already? No. Hope I didn't miss any rooms. Actually, one of the rooms I did miss is the good old boss room, or the preparation boss room on the right side. Nothing here. This is a philosopher? No, this was with the skull. Okay, we are back here now. Actually, I should just go to the other side at this point. The mausoleum of Chainsaw. There's a pedestal-like object drawn beneath the volcano. Still don't really know what that means. The second mantra is at the tip of the feet that connected to. I don't know what that means. What was up here? That was the Egypt area again. Speaking of mountains, a volcano. I'm not sure what you're getting at. It vaguely makes sense right now, but I'm not sure I follow. Could you extend on that, Godlight? Related to what you said before. Oh, sorry. I guess I'm terrible at reading. You know what I was thinking of when I read Twins? Those two towers you often see that look like a gate. Oh. That's an interesting thought. That's a really interesting thought indeed. So I can... left and down. Actually, I cannot go left and down. It's part of the problem of descending from above. You can only really go down one specific way. Why did it go through here? I could just go and... yeah, that would actually be faster. Go to the other place in the twin... wait, what? Labyrinth. This one is what I meant. Nothing of particular interest here. There's a pedestal beneath the volcano, like this one? No. Can't put a weight down here. This is above the entrance that I came from originally. So it looks like Twin Labyrinth so far is kind of not useful. Yeah, and we're back here. I wonder if the Black Witch respawns after defeat all of those guys. Probably not. Stop. No, it doesn't. Why do the notes hurt when the bird lady's voice is quite pleasant? I don't have a good answer for that. I don't remember, but was that tablet where you learned the mantra there all the time? Or did it appear after you did something else? It appeared after I did something else. It was not there all the time. Those weird little mini tablets are basically new. So they could be anywhere, in a sense. At 999 gold, that is. Greens to Ether Hunter, welcome. Hope you're doing well. What would be a depiction of the twins? Also, at this point I've literally checked everything on the front, so I guess it's about time we go and check stuff in the back again. Let's go to the Ruin Tower for now. Or Tower of Ruin, I guess. There was one of those tablets as well. Too quick for the eyes, that which continues to move even after time has been stopped. Defeat the unseen enemy, and the elixir of life shall be bestowed upon thee. Wait, I did that. I did that. I did that. That's those super fast thing is that I time stopped. And that ended up being a thing. I solved another puzzle without knowing the question to it, I guess. Just by virtue of, hey, those things are fast, I wonder if I can slow them down. So we did do that actually already. Maybe I need to do it again. I don't know whether it's... I do believe the statue with the elixir actually ended up appearing because of it, or thanks to it for that matter. Was it appeared that killing 2 of those things was good enough? Yeah, we already did that. There's no longer any effect from this, it appears. It's interesting, the pig does die to a single whip hit, but takes 2 axe hits. I guess enemies are kind of weak to certain types of weapons sometimes. This guy says something about mischievous spirit. So let's see, what did he say exactly? There was a race that recorded their knowledge on the walls. This knowledge will operate in a mechanical box, as a virtual wise man. It shall awaken should a wise man read the mural. Not sure what that means exactly. Oh, there it is. That's the word I had in mind. A kind mischievous spirit, a lonely and mischievous spirit. She means no harm with her mischief, no damage done by unintentional mischief. Oh, wait. That does actually refer to the fairies up there, quite literally. Because no damage done. The projectiles don't hurt me, so the mischievous spirit is indeed the fairy. But it only ever refers to it as a singular, which is kind of weird because it appears that there's many. Okay, that's only one. The white diamond represents purity. The meaning is infused into the gemstone. The white diamond is purity. That's one of the other gemstones, so... White diamond is purity. This only extends one of the knowledges that we already had. The white diamond is pure and VA70. We already knew white and pure. We didn't know it was a diamond though. Which is probably relevant because pearly joy for white is also a thing. Okay, that's all there is to it, I guess. Not entirely. So this is probably going to be one of those really cryptic ones again, where I need to do something very specific and I would have the information already, but I don't know what it is. And I'm going the wrong way for that right now. I meant to go to Tower of Ruin from this side here. Bonk. Too bad I can't solve this anymore, huh? Because now I do have the solution pretty much written down, and I think I would be able to solve it first try. The unfortunate part is that it didn't actually give me one try. Tower of Ruin is down here. No, don't do that! This is not a bronze statue, is it? So this is what opened up after doing the thing. The statue of the goddess of life, a statue portraying the goddess holding the medicine of life. I don't know what to do with this. Biframes? Again? That's unfortunate. Right now it seems to be stable for now. So... yeah, not sure. We've never been able to get up further here. I don't know what to do with those. Identify the seductress, identify those who are truly pure. I'm not sure what that means. I assume those are the mischievous spirits here. And that's kind of what I meant with no harm done. Those little things literally don't hurt me. Might be kind of literal. Greetings to you, Koro Keaton. Welcome, how are you doing? So... No, I already searched through the Mausoleum of Giants. I was just thinking maybe the twins could be referring to two of the giants. But not really. Yeah, we have 743 frames dropped, but nothing more than that, so it's quite fine, alright. So... Spirit. I don't know, I wonder whether we have the information to solve this right now, or whether we should go after the mantras first. You're great and really excited for the 4th of Fiesta. Nice. Glad to hear that. Bottom left area. In the Inferno, apparently there is an ocarina. Wait, hang on. I did not mean to do that. Of course I didn't. Be kind of weird, wouldn't it? In the bottom left of the Infernal area, apparently... I need to play the ocarina, but the ocarina is not a usable item. This is annoying. Smashed! Indeed. I feel like it's exactly timed for that purpose, where if you want to make a quick descent, you get squished. Most likely. Was it here? Was it here? There. Those who have made it this far, we have chosen thee. Come to us. We shall answer the tune of thine ocarina. I don't know. I don't know. I guess this tablet here now looks like I haven't read it before, but technically I have. No, I guess I saved before, or afterwards. I guess this literally just tells me that there's no ocarina item. Maybe the ocarina out of place. I don't know. Actually, the depiction of the thing kind of depicts some dudes that could be considered to be the philosophers, so maybe that just refers to that. Yeah, exactly, Quadlight. Sounds like the hint that the guys will talk once you have the ocarina. Indeed. The second mantra is at the foot of the twins, at the tip of the feet that connects the two. You know, the twin labyrinth is kind of what immediately comes to mind, but... oh... I don't know. Seems weird. I don't know whether I need to solve those mantras in order. The third mantra is on the path leading outside at the side of Hell's Gatekeeper, which I understand is the snake lady. The white giant. Oopsie. I guess I have not checked up here whether there was another tower. There is not. Yeah, East is up there. This is the one that I will have in mind. Also, this is a thing that I still don't know. Turn left and swing your weapon, turn right and swing your weapon. The souls of the children long departed shall be awakened. I still don't know what that one means either. But what I do know is that there are mantras in the dimensional corridor. I think to the left of here. There they are. The incantation of eternal rest, death. What did I call that earlier? The music in here is really good though. Mantra death. So, mantra death, which one is death? The fourth mantra is inside the giant, she who stands in the land of Inferno. Oh, well maybe that's the one. The fifth mantra is below the goddess, at the foot of the goddess staring at the collapsed tower. Foot of the goddess staring at the collapsed tower. The seventh mantra is by the spike, atop the 5 mysterious floors. The last mantra is the sign of courage. Recite the mantra correctly, let us seal Tiamat, Baphomet, Paleng, Vai, Bahamut, Elmak, Sakitam, Amphisbaena. Tiamat presumably is in the dimensional corridor. The first tablet we found was in the dimensional corridor. Baphomet is in the twin labyrinths. The second mantra does refer to the twins, so somewhere in the twin labyrinths is maybe the thing that we need to find. And there's one room I have not visited, so maybe it is actually in there that I needed to go to. Alright, we get mantra death, incantation of life, birth. So we have 3 of those things now. That's a lot of damage. So the order might not be relevant right now, but the order will be relevant later, I imagine. Right now I just need to record the mantras in order to return them. I hope you're not stuck there. Okay, he wasn't stuck. Draco's Death, thank you for the host, I appreciate that. Greetings to you, Psycho Chief, welcome. How are you doing? So we can, by the way, not teleport in this area. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I'm going to go all the way down now. Hey, there's another tablet here I can read now. so it's not all bad. 3 shall be lit. The light is dependent upon the number of lives the 11 children have. I'm not sure where I understand this, but I already figured that I need to kill all the guardians in order to get to Tiamat. The enemy looks like a terrible Red Bull reference. I could use the... Wait, well, I guess I need to defeat all of them anyways. At some point. Let me out! Got you. What is your opinion on the jobs that are chosen for the Forza Fiesta race? I don't think they were chosen yet, were they? There's still time for them to be changed. What are the current jobs that have the highest votes though? I know it's highly unlikely that jobs get chosen twice in a row because of the jobs from the previous year having an inherent malus to the entire thing. When the mother's powers disappears, all will be destroyed. There's only one path to survival, that which has received the holy blessing. I don't know what that means, but mother destroyed, one path to survival, holy blessing. I don't know what that means. That's okay now. To the left is the Red Bull again, I believe. I don't need to go far into the room. No, actually, that's not the Red Bull. That's the weird wolf thingy. Haven't managed to really survive much of this entire area so far. Thief, Mystic Knight, Bard, and Dancer. I really like Mystic Knights, and I really like Bards, and I really like Thieves. I don't care much about Dancer. Actually, if that combination had a Red Mage instead of a... Wait, Red Mage? Yeah, Red Mage instead of a Bard, it would be my very first Forza Fiesta team. Yep. That was unnecessary to get hit there. I did not know where he would shoot this time. I could continue further, but chances are I will not survive it. Right, there's still that thing that I have no idea how to get. I could farm health on those guys if I wanted to, which would actually not be a bad idea. I don't need it for the next room. In theory, as long as I remember what to do, which I don't. Although I can still get the software here, because I'm pretty sure I have not survived my trip back so far. So, where was the first safe spot? I think it was here, where I could just stand. Those things are so loud! Oh wow, that actually hit me. Why not go for Bart? Yeah, I like Barts. You hope G-Master doesn't get voted over Bart. So here's the thing. The super bosses are probably going to be a thing again. With Thief, Mystic Knight, Bard and Dancer, we already don't really have all that good of a way of dealing with Shinryu. It would be doable with grinding, but I don't actually know whether there's much else we can do. Probably. I would need to actually look into it. But Omega would be really difficult at that point. Definitely doable, but difficult. I would need to actually look really into the stuff in order to give a definitive answer or idea about that. Really feels like this is not the way up, but it also almost feels like I can do it. Almost. So close. So close. So close. Too bad I can't damage boost up there. At least not in the correct direction. The only way to damage myself is a bomb or... yeah. Omega with Bard? Omega is easy with Bard. But if it was Geomancer we would have trouble with it. We will be playing the SNES version, the GBA version anyways. Yeah, Caltrops are another way, but I can't see how I could damage boost to the right instead of the left. I guess I can try. Yeah, no, it damage boosts me to the left. Not what I'm looking for. Either way, this boss over here, I actually have no clue how to properly beat, which is a bit of a problem. Also, which number of boss is this? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 4 is here. 5. It's 11 bosses somewhere, but I don't seem to be able to get anywhere else. Maybe if I defeat this guy. Have I beaten this guy before? I don't remember. Probably. I think I've used a Lamp of Time in order to do this. Which I probably should do again. Like, I have no idea how to even avoid this thing. Yeah, alright, let's use the Lamp of Time. Oh, I didn't recharge it. Well, that's awkward. I feel like that was a good use of the pistol. Also, apparently I somehow managed to break the window cell? Kind of interesting. Oh! John Haston, or Haston, subscribed with tier 1. Thank you! Welcome to you. And well, I hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you so much. That's really nice of you. What would be the perfect easy mode party for Final Fantasy V Forge of Fiesta? Really, Mystic Knight and Bard is already a big part of that. Probably Blue Mage in there. Well, actually, Blue Mage is a bit complicated. I wouldn't necessarily call it easy mode for that matter. Like, it makes it easier, but ouch. Kind of is in a similar vein as, technically speaking, Alchemist is the best class. It's still a lot of investment and trying to figure out stuff and difficult in a sense, which I would be too lazy to do if I have the choice, so I would just go for a White Mage instead as the wind job. Although White Mage at the beginning is kind of awkward, so I wouldn't necessarily call it easy mode either, I guess. Oh boy. those guys respawned. And I walked into them. Let's see whether they respawn again. They do not. That's actually unfortunate. Let's see whether they respawn if I go down here and back up. They do, okay. Because I would like to farm a little bit of health before I go further back. Since already traversing this whole room... Oh, shoot. It's going to be tricky. The only thing I need to be careful of is not to fall down. I don't need money. Alrighty, full health again. I figured that would happen. I think this is fine. Yeah, it's fine. One, two. Oh. 3, 4. I've never seen you be up there. 5, 6. 7, 8. 9, 10. 11, 12. Now I can get 3 hits and my timing is just terrible. 11. 14 hits, I think, is the name of the game. And yes, exactly, ego buff. Black Mage might actually make it a lot more straightforward, now that I think about it. It's definitely a case of, like, Blue Mage is clearly the best, but it's by far not as easy to use. Wait, there's a... I'm just wondering whether I need to defeat those guys in the correct order. Which would be really difficult in itself. For the most part anyways. The bosses are easy to defeat like this one. Before I go anywhere else, I'm going to save. Because I think this one will close off as soon as I go to the tablet. Yes, it does. Obtain the dimensional key. The place that eternally connects it to the place where life is born with no end. Thrust infinity there. So I think Thrust Infinity there tells me where to use the dimensional key. Because the dimensional area here has the infinity symbol in the first place, so that's kind of what I assume. The place that eternally connects to the place where life is born with no end. I don't know which one this refers to, but another tablet to write down. Another ancient tablet that I couldn't read before. Actually, I could have potentially read this one. Dimension. But I don't remember reading it for that matter. Place eternally connects. Life is born, no end. Rust infinity. There. That creature makes you feel dirty. The scorpion thingy, it does definitely look a bit suggestive. So, whatever. Chamber of Birth, yeah, that's the most thing I would say. I'm surprised I managed to defeat these guys this quickly. Also, there's clearly a ladder here etched into the background, but I don't appear to be able to use this. So, how many bosses did we defeat? Let's see. Here we just defeated a lion. Over here is the scorpion lady. Yeah, one down left. Then over here we defeated that gargoyle thingy. Here we defeated the weird snakes in the ball. Here was the flying bull. I think. Then here... Wait, the flying bull was... whatever. Here was a thing. I don't remember what that was. But that was a thing. Flying bull was around here. Then we have the... merman there. So that's 7. Why do some rooms have purple outline? I think those are basically hidden areas or something like that. That you need to get some special means to get access to, but also have some meaning to them. I think that's the thing about them. I couldn't actually tell you more specifically than that though. That lady is so easy to defeat. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. On the other hand, I feel like I've completed everything I could in this area now. Like, I don't feel like that there's anything else I can do now. The bull was here, wasn't it? No, one above. So, I guess I'm leaving for now. They are revealed by a software. Well, yes, as in just generally information about rooms on the screen here is revealed by a specific software. That is accurate. Maybe we should try to find the mantras. Where's the twin labyrinth? Let's see. No, hang on. Let's start here instead. There's that one room I have not visited. There might be others, but there's one room I remember I haven't visited. Still wonder what the floating pedestal is about. This is the room I had not visited before. And apparently this is not the solution. That's unfortunate, actually. Every time they sing, I hear echo, echo, echo. I guess. Wait, the twins might be referring to some giants, actually. I've not retraced my steps through this area here, actually, now that I think about it. I kind of forgot about that. Oh, we do know about other twins. Remember, one sells something, one sells something else. Or one has the true thingy, or something along those lines, either way. Yes, Draco's Death. We already did let the witches gather. That actually was something I happened to do before I even read the tablet. That is what revealed Tiamat. Excuse me, Baphomet. Which, the twin... It definitely seems to be in order of operation, and Baphomet was the second one in order, so... I guess maybe the giant area for the twins is a bit of a stretch after all. But that doesn't mean there couldn't be something else useful here. What was done here again? Nothing terribly useful. A meeting of a man and woman. And women. Inside the man, the seed of life is born. Well, we solved that one. There's actually quite a few hints towards that one. It's interesting. Ninjas. Ninjas everywhere. What does this one say? Money cannot buy the real thing. Referring to the shield where you could buy the fake shield from this shop originally. No longer. Because I found the real thing in that room to the right. It was in the treasure chest. And that's all there is here in this area. Really not sure what to think about that. Oh well. I'm actually getting quite hungry. So, I think what I'm going to be doing, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to take a short break and eat a little bit of something. It will take like 10-15 minutes and then we'll continue. Afterwards, I might just ask as to where I should go next, potentially. So if you have any hints as to, generally speaking, which area could lead us to progression, do feel free to let me know. Actually, not now, not now, when I say it. Maybe while eating I will have another idea for something. So, there's that. And yeah, for those people on the VOD or YouTube, it will be in the next video. Thank you for watching, for lurking, for listening, and until next time.